Now, I'm not going to stand here today and say something profound, say something that you haven't heard at some point in time in your life, but I do hope to share a message that will inspire you to change. In order to do that, there's one thing required. You have to do a self-examination of the things that inspire you every day. And as you start to evaluate those things that you need to implement in your life, there are 10 habits that I want you to concentrate on moving towards to live healthier. Habit number 1 is to be physically active every day. All I want you to do is just to move more. Habit number 2, you've got to eat nutritious foods every day. And that in itself can be challenging with all of the temptations that are out there. Habit number 3, you've got to eat breakfast every day. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Habit number 4, you've got to drink more water. You have to drink your water because there's just significant benefits attached to water. And I'm only mentioning 2 of them because it's an array of them. It removes waste from the body. Just think about if you don't remove the waste from your body and it just sits there. Water removes toxic substances from your kidneys. And if you don't think that's important, that can cause you a lot of health concerns over the long run. Then you've got to make sure you get a sufficient amount of sleep every day, averaging about 7.5 hours. Make a commitment. Say, you know what, I'm going to start getting to bed by 10, no later than 10:30. Habit number 6, you've got to develop your strategy for these lifestyle modifications. Those first 5 things that I've talked about, you've got to set some goals. Habit number 7, avoid risky behaviors. Now, I'm only going to mention 2. There are a whole bunch of risky behaviors that are out there, but the 2 that comes to mind for me, if you're a smoker, stop. Then if you're an excessive alcohol drinker, stop. Next habit, make a commitment to get your annual routine screenings and examinations. It's important to know where you stand. And a lot of times if you're not getting these different screenings and exams annually, your blood pressure checks, your cholesterol checks, your blood sugar level checks, your triglycerides, sometimes those tests will let you know that you're in a danger zone. And hopefully you have an opportunity to correct some things before they get too far out of hand. You got to examine your relationships and see if they could be the cause of you making some unhealthy lifestyle decisions. Finally, you've got to live your life with a purpose. God has all of us on this earth for a reason. And if you're stricken with some disease and illness, it's going to make it that much harder for you to do what God has designed in your life for you to do. Live your life with a purpose. What is it that's going to inspire you to live healthier? Is it some relative that's you hear them talk about going to their dialysis treatment? Is it that family member that's having to take insulin injections and now their eyesight is failing them? Just imagine not being able to see. Is it that relative that has had a heart attack or that relative that has had a stroke and now they're having to retrain their brain to do certain actions? What is it that's going to inspire you to live healthier? 3 images come to my mind when I think about what inspires me and keep me doing the right thing. As a child, I remember seeing my grandmother who died around about the age of 55 from complications of diabetes. But I remember as a child when she got her leg amputated. Second instance, I remember as an adult, my favorite uncle got a call one night. They say, your Uncle Charles, he's in the hospital. We don't think he's going to make it. 3 hours later, he died. Never been sick. When he died, they say he died from some kind of pancreatic disorder. That's all they said. Never had been sick or anything in his life. Third instance happened to me. And a few years ago, probably about 4 or 5 years ago now, one day I just woke up body saturated with pain, couldn't get out of bed. And for close to 2 years, I was under the care of about 5 different physicians. Doctors today, well, did I have lupus or what did I have exactly? We don't know. Well, can it come back? We don't know. I'm inspired to live healthy every day because I already knew there was something going on with the genetics, but I do believe that because I was able to rebound from that situation is because I had done some good things in terms of how I lived and some of the things I had given up for a number of years prior to that happening to me. You have to sit there and ask yourself the question, what is it that's going to inspire you to live healthier, not just today, but tomorrow and thereafter? Thank you.